Hey there, Jays. It's McJuggerNuggets here. I really didn't want to make this video. If I break down during this video, I apologize. I was wondering just throughout today, I've just felt uncomfortable. I swear I didn't want to make this video. I don't want to do this for views. It's the same way. There's a couple deaths this in 2017 with my pop-up dying, which I never really talked about too much, and with Angry Grandpa, who just died recently. And it's one of those things with, like, on YouTube, you never want to put that stuff out there, especially when it's something that's monetized and you're trying to get views or something, or sympathy. And I don't know, I just never felt comfortable. You know, everyone's gonna do whatever they want to do, but for me, I have my morals and my values, and that's something I never want to compromise. And however, I wanted to talk about the Logan Paul situation, because there are some things that are uncomfortable and you should not do, and are tragic, and you need to have some respect for yourself and just for other people. You can't just do whatever you want in this world. Guys, I've never been suicidal myself. I don't want to like hate on Logan Paul. I don't want to spew all this negative drama, and I don't like jumping in on this stuff. Like I said, I didn't want to do it's literally become like a witch hunt bandwagon, and everybody has their own value to impose, but I want to come from a perspective as a creator, and I have dealt with my fair share of kind of depression for different reasons and stuff. I've never once been suicidal, but I've talked with many who have been, and it just being in the media and stuff, it's obviously all around us, and sometimes that media likes to, you know, put it on a pedestal and give it power, and there is no excuse for what Logan Paul did. And for those of you guys who don't know, I'm sure you guys have seen it or heard about it some way or another. He had filmed a man who had killed himself in the suicide forest in Japan. And he kept recording all this, and I actually was somebody who looked up to Logan Paul. I thought he was very charismatic, very strong built guy who he had a crazy drive, and I still think he has those things, but I guess there was a lapse in judgment, and it's sad. It's sad to see that, you know, as somebody you thought, you know, was you know, a hero for a lot of kids. And for a while I didn't want to do this video, but Brandy, one of my fans, and a few other fans had said something that, like, the low gang and the Mavericks, there's also a lot of Juggies. I've seen Juggies go from being my fans to Logan fans, and when I see that, I care so much. Oh God, wow, it's embarrassing. I really do. I really do care about you guys, because you've the ones who've stuck by me have cared for so long. And although you don't get to see the real side of me, I feel like you get to see it through my messages and my stories and my series. Suicide is not a joke. The Psycho Kid at the end of the Psycho series put a noose around his neck and went to kill himself for what he did to his father. And by no means is that the same thing, but I put that in there as a message not to do that. Even though life may seem hard and family troubles or whatever is going on in your life, it's not the answer. And that there's always people that can help you. And with Isaac's story currently going on, the amount of people that say that the series have touched them, and the messages and the characters and the values that have transcended through the story and through this medium that have touched people, the messages have been overwhelming over the years. And that's why I tell these stories. That's why I don't do stupid clickbait vlogs or whatever, you know. I do my stories as a means of entertainment, and there's jokes along the way and stuff and cool moments, but it's to instill some kind of value in you guys. And it's frustrating. It's really frustrating to know that, you know, you could join in on the drama and the clickbait and join that bandwagon or the witch hunt or whatever you want to call it, whatever's going on, and then suddenly That's how you get views. Whereas, you know, you're doing the good work. You know, the drama gets clicks, and tragedy gets clicks, and all these messed up things, all the bad gets publicity. But yeah, when you're trying to do something good, a work of art, or trying to help people, it seems like it just goes by the wayside. Sorry, one second, guys. Okay, I try not to embarrass myself, but it's just coming from a place, not that crying or being upset is embarrassing, because ultimately that is, Logan was laughing at what happened, but it's just disturbing to me that this has happened, and I felt the need to make a video. And I just wanted to stress this message of, guys, if you are going through anything, not only, I will put the suicide hotline out there, and I know with RiDGiD and a lot of people that get stressed a lot, but more than that, because some people might not feel comfortable sharing. I know I wouldn't. You know, reach out to me. I spend a lot of time online. I'm working really hard, and I try my best to answer as many people as possible. But reach out to me, whether it's over Twitter or whether it's an email. Shoot out to me, and I respond to as many people as I can, and I try to help through my stories. But anyway, I don't want this to be too long of a ramble. It's something I felt the need to really get off my chest, and like I said, most of today I've been frustrated just with the whole situation in general. I wish this never happened, but hopefully I was going to ignore it and just say, hey, I'm not going to fuel this. I'm not going to add to it. I just feel like it, you know, would be taking advantage of the situation. But I felt like I couldn't help myself. I needed to somehow make this better, and tell the audience, the fans, the juggies, and anyone that's watching this video, please reach out to somebody. You know, whether it's your family members, a friend, or a YouTuber you look up to, and make sure who you do look up to is the right person. Who do you want to be, and not what society wants you to be? Who do you want to be genuinely? Do you want to be a good person, and what that actually means? And pick the right YouTuber, because these people you look up to will shape you, and think for yourselves. Honestly, think for yourselves. I see the influence, and with great power comes great responsibility. And just please reach out to anyone. Now I've gotten to the point where I'm rambling. I don't care if you subscribe. I don't care if you like the fucking video. I don't care if you dislike it. This was just a message to my juggies, to the fans that watch me, and anyone else who happens to watch this video. I don't like having to use this clickbait stuff, but if it can be turned into a message of good, a message of please take care of your mental health, and seek help if you need it, reach out to me, whatever, then maybe this isn't all for nothing. I think you can always make something good out of a bad situation. And to Logan, hopefully, I think you understand now, and just know, you know, there's a lot more going on than just how many views or you know, how much money you're getting. And as somebody, I know we've talked before, and I grabbed you at I hope you remember this, but I grabbed you at the party, and we had that moment where we were this close to each other, and you were like, I don't know if you were in the right state, but I said to you, man, I was like, please, if you're going to be a maverick, you know, stand for something more. You have a lot of fans, and I know you're a good person. So I just hope you don't lose that, and you can come back from this and correct those mistakes the right way. I will not be monetizing this video, and I will also be donating $1,000 to, I actually don't know what suicide charity, but I will be doing that just because that's kind of my way of doing something, because I don't feel right doing this video. I'm gonna actually end this before 10 minutes, just because, like I said, it doesn't matter. I love you, Juggies. I love you guys so much. My virtual escape episode will be coming out tomorrow. I actually stopped editing to make this, as I just felt so compelled. That's really it. Love you guys, and I'll I'll see you in the next vlog. We'll be doing announcements soon. Love you, J's to death, and don't forget to keep it rigid. I wanted to add this part in. I actually want to just keep the camera rolling. This is therapy still for me. With my virtual escape and Isaac's story, you know, there's so many drugs, and with the Psycho series and all this stuff, and just like the content I produce, I really just stressing like it's for you guys to better yourselves. I mean, it's the hero's journey always. You know, you start from nothing and become a man or become better. The Psycho series did derail towards the end, but it's all to serve a greater purpose, a message. And Isaac's story is the same. So for anybody have dealt with drug problems or you know, domestic abuse, any kind of family problems, or just like general discontent in your life for whatever reason, you're not even sure why, please follow along to my virtual escape, and maybe you can find some solace in that and relate to Isaac and the things he's going through, and hopefully that can make you better through kind of living through the lens, living vicariously through some other character, almost as if it was a simulation or a dream that could help you. Reach out, guys. I feel like there's so much more I have to say. It's crazy how these things can actually shake you up like this. This is another message that I've seen a few other YouTubers talk about that I think is important, and that's the parents. It's not just the responsibility of the YouTubers, and kind of with my content as well, it is more mature. The parents should know what their kids are watching and should also have an idea of what the YouTuber is actually like, as much as you can through online. Because, you know, you can't have your kids watching something that is not good for them. I mean, I'm not a parent myself. I know when I am, it's going to be hard work. You can't always monitor, but it should be known. Not that this message is going to get out to the parents, but for the kids yourselves. Obviously, you prefer not to have your parents knowing what you're watching. So I think a message to the parents would be kind of not useful right now, but a message to you guys: just stop worshiping YouTubers that value superficial things like money, fast, nice cars, big mansions, you know, degrading women, you know, just derogatory jokes, just stupid shit, just stupid memes or whatever. Like, you may think it's cool as an 8-year-old, but are you gonna think it's cool when you're an adult? Like, there's a lot more to life than these superficial things, and I know it's hard to see that, but I mean, hell, just if you really want to be a maverick and stand out, don't follow that, you know? Be different. Find a YouTuber that, although you're friends, it's not the latest, greatest thing, the hottest trend. Think for yourself. What do you want to represent? The kids are driving. They're driving these bandwagons. The sheep are going in the herd to go, you know, subscribe to these larger channels just because they're hot and doing all this clickbait and stuff. Whereas the actual good channels that are actually doing good aren't as cool or respected or followed. So it's not only a problem with the system, but it's just a problem with the younger generations and just our society in general. The outrage is unreal. I'm gonna go back to editing, and for the last time, I love you guys genuinely. And although I don't upload much, I miss you guys every second of the day, and wish I sometimes do wish I was vlogging more, even though my life is generally pretty boring. But I do love you guys, and I swear I care more than any other YouTuber does about their fans. And you may think that doesn't translate, but believe me, the work I put into these series and stories, you won't get it on any other channel. I love you guys. Keep it rigid, and please take care of yourselves.